My Brother's Keeper is a Christian-based organization located in Easton and in Dartmouth, and their mission, helping people in need. Josh Smith is the director of the Dartmouth location, and Josh is with us to talk about the organization and how you might be able to get involved. Josh, thanks for coming in.
And Jim, thanks for having me.
Josh, what is My Brother's Keeper all about? Let's start there.
Absolutely. So My Brother's Keeper is a Christian charity. We've been around for 30 years, mainly operating up on the South Shore, Greater Brockton area. We opened a second location in Dartmouth, serving the Greater South Coast 5 years ago. Our core program is helping families in need of furniture. So we collect donations of all kinds of basic furniture, beds, couches, kitchen sets, in good condition, and then deliver it out to the families right into their home, free of charge. We also operate one of the area's largest Christmas assistance programs. So in the month of December, we kind of set the furniture aside, and we'll help about 3,000 families celebrate Christmas this year.
So I read on your website that last Christmas your organization helped 2,700 families from the North Shore to Cape Cod. And what sort of help are we talking about?
Absolutely. So this program takes a lot of people, a lot of work. We actually start taking the requests by phone in August. We're trying to get a detailed wish list from each family that reaches out to us. I expect to be over 3,000 families served this year, about 12,000 children and adults in 90-plus communities, like you said, from north of Boston down to Cape Cod. What happens is we need volunteers to come in and wrap up gifts for these families. It's a great activity. You feel good at the end of the day, and especially on Christmas, thinking of all these families enjoying the holiday as a family. As I said, big undertaking. We have a lot of area churches and schools that will collect gifts for us. It takes a lot of hearts and hands to pull this program off. Tens of thousands of gifts going out in about 3 weeks' time.
All right, so where does these materials, the gifts, come from? I mean, people donate gifts, right?
Absolutely. We are totally privately funded, no state or federal money, so we really depend on the generosity of others. A number of area churches, schools, probably well over 100, will donate, will run collection drives for us. What we're looking for, and this is a need even right now, on December 13th, is brand new toys. For kids, brand new clothing for kids. There's a number of ways to donate. You can drop it off at our Dartmouth facility. We also have Bay Coast Bank. All their branches have collection bins out. You can drop the gifts at any Bay Coast branch. And I would say for any of the listeners out there, we would welcome any business to serve as a collection site for us next year. This really is a tremendous help what Bay Coast does for us. On our website, too, mybrotherskeeper.org, we have our Amazon wish list. Everything I saw items from $40 sets of pots and pans down to $8 board games. So you name it. We need help collecting all these gifts this time of year.
All right. So if I wanted to drop it off to Dartmouth, what would be the procedure? How would that happen?
Yes, we're located at 1015 Reed Road in Dartmouth. We keep a pretty typical Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We actually just moved into this facility. It's a 23,000 square foot warehouse. So if you're dropping them off, I'd love to give you a tour that you can see our operation and the ways that we're looking for volunteers. I will say we're also wrapping gifts some evenings and weekends this time of year. Tuesday and Thursday nights from 4 to 8 and Saturdays from 10 to 4. If you came in to volunteer with your family, with a friend, we would actually give you this family's wish list. You would go through our warehouse, select the brand new gifts, wrap them up for us, and then we will actually take care of the delivery, bring it right into the home. Again, really fun activity this time of year, the true meaning of Christmas.
And in terms of how people donate to the organization, tell us about that. Now, the furniture part we're going to talk about a little later, but for the Christmas time, they just buy and drop it by, basically.
Please, like I said, we have some ideas on our Amazon wish list, but I was looking at the shelves today. Legos, Barbies, you name it. You can't really go wrong when we're helping 12,000 people. If you have a new toy, new piece of clothing, we're going to be able to match it to a family in need. So please, if any of you still have Christmas shopping to do yourself, consider picking up a couple things from My Brother's Keeper. It would be a tremendous help.
Recipients You know, I couldn't help as I read the website. I was thinking, gee, I wonder how many folks who receive gifts come back to volunteer.
Oh, it happens. Absolutely, you're right. So one of the unique things about My Brother's Keeper compared to other charities, we have no prerequisites for service. So we're a Christian charity. You know what? You don't have to be Christian to receive our help. We're not checking IDs. We're not checking income statements. The fact that you're reaching out to us and asking for help, that's enough. We, as I said, are a Christian charity. Our mission is to bring the love and hope of Jesus Christ to those we serve. And for that reason, we're really feel called to serve anyone that's reaching out. Really no questions asked. Anyone can ask for our help.
Josh, how do you find the folks in need, or do they find you?
Exactly right. We don't have to drum up much business, let me say that. I'm sure your listeners are aware there's a lot of need throughout our service area. So we have families, as I said, reaching out as early as August asking for help. They already know Christmas is going to be a struggle. It's a great stress on families. So it's really word of mouth. Maybe we delivered to a relative or a neighbor. Could be a case manager. We're very proud to help 120 different organizations, our peers. They will refer their clients directly to us. And again, if any of you listening out there think you know someone who might need some help, it's just a matter of giving out our phone number, our Christmas helpline. I'll give it out now. It's 508-238-2562. Again, the My Brother's Keeper Christmas helpline, 508-238-2562. If you know someone that maybe could use a little help in the upcoming holidays, have them give us a call.
You're listening to Townsquare Sunday. My guest is Josh Smith of My Brother's Keeper in Dartmouth. So the Christmas time is a busy time. And,
yes, it is.
The rest of the year you kind of deal with furniture, is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's another need. If you are going out to buy a new couch and your old one has some life left in it, call us. We're collecting all the basics, beds and dressers, kitchen tables and chairs, couches, even household items, pots and pans, sheets and blankets, towels. These are families that have been homeless, have had a fire, you name it, but they're starting over. So we do need it to be in good condition. What we would do is set up a time to come out and inspect in person, and our volunteers will actually carry the furniture out of the home, load it onto our truck, and we take care of the rest. We match it to a family and deliver it right to them, so it really does find a great home.
Your facility, again, is in Dartmouth, as you mentioned the address. And do a lot of folks come by and drop it off?
We're not as set up for that. Our preference for furniture would be to give us a call, and we'll actually come to you. We do have to make sure that the condition of the furniture is acceptable for us. I said we're a Christian charity. With every delivery, whether it's Christmas gifts or furniture, we have some reminder of our mission. We actually give out a crucifix with every furniture delivery. And the message, we're the delivery people, this is who sends the furniture. And that's a very powerful moment you can imagine for a family that's been struggling and praying for help. I will say, I've had families say to me, thank you, but I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish. We say, whoever your God is, that's who sends it. This is meant as a gift. So again, anyone is welcome to give us a call. And it takes the generosity of a lot of people donating this furniture, donating these Christmas gifts. So please think of us throughout the year.
Now, do you have a staff at these places? Is there you employ some folks?
Correct. Small paid staff. My Brother's Keeper completes about 9,000 deliveries of furniture, Christmas gifts, and food throughout the year. But it's not a big organization. There's 11 paid staff between 2 buildings. Only 3 of us in Dartmouth. So it's very much a volunteer-based organization. And we've operated this way for the past 30 years. Humble beginnings, a married couple started this work out of their basement back in 1988. Jim and Terry Orchid of Taunton. So it's grown and grown. As we have more volunteers get involved, the homes have grown. What we've been able to do has grown. And the need's always been there. So it really is a beautiful story that My Brother's Keeper has continued to say yes to those reaching out to us for help.
Now, the folks that drop, let's get back to Christmas for a
Please.
moment. The folks that drop off toys, I saw a picture of a warehouse.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Dartmouth or Easton.
Yeah.
But everything is kind of in its place, so that when you're filling these orders, these requests, you can go to a place, you know where the bike department is, you can do the
That's
bike,
right.
or the doll department is, you can get the doll. There has to be a lot of people who do that, who get the warehouse ready.
Oh, yes, you're right. So
And they're volunteers.
Correct. It is not our 11 staff that is delivering these tens of thousands of gifts. We have an army of volunteers, and we're always looking for more. You're absolutely right. Our volunteers worked very hard this month setting up what looks like Santa's workshop. All the toys are lined up that volunteers can come in, find the best gift that they can get it wrapped up and go out for delivery. And I will say, our work, we're a ministry of service trying to help those that are struggling, but we also call ourselves a ministry of education. We have a lot of young people from area schools, high schools, colleges, come in and volunteer with us and kind of can learn through that experience of meeting these families, of serving in Christ's name. So we are always looking for new volunteers. We can find a job, whatever your talents and abilities. We would welcome you in to come and take a tour and see if you could find a place to get involved with My Brother's Keeper.
All right, Josh, anything else you'd like to say about the organization and about the folks who you work with in Dartmouth?
Yeah, if we have a quick minute here, what I'll do is I'll share a thank you. We are so appreciative of all those who support My Brother's Keeper throughout the year. So I'd like to pass that on to all the listeners, but maybe the most powerful words come from those we serve. So this is a thank you letter that we received. To all of you and My Brother's Keeper, thank you so much for all you do, not only for our family, but for so many on who rely on your help where and when needed. I'm very grateful for the wonderful gifts, not that I know what they are yet, and are also overjoyed with the generous gift card to Stop and Shop. We actually provide $50 to the supermarket to go and purchase Christmas dinner. This woman writes, "We wish everyone and your family and friends joyous holidays. You're in our hearts." And then a little PS at the end. "Thank you for spelling my son's name correctly." It's the little things that you pay attention to, not just what's needed, but little things like spellings are important too. Thank you again. And I think that really underscores, Jim, our volunteers do a wonderful job serving these families. It really is a wonderful activity this time of year. So I would encourage you all to consider getting involved and really appreciate your interest.
Again, where can you go to make a donation? If you want to purchase toys for Christmas, how do they go about doing that after they've got the toy ready to donate?
Absolutely. So our website, you'll find a lot of information, mybrotherskeeper.org. The Dartmouth facilities phone number is 774-305-4577. If you'd like to volunteer, if you'd like to arrange to drop off a donation, please call us at that number. And again, if anyone out there needs assistance, our Christmas helpline is 508-238-2562.
Thank you, Josh Smith, for coming, for the work you do really at My Brother's Keeper and for the organization itself. And thank you for coming in today.
Thank you again for your interest.
Merry Christmas.
To you too.
And that's it for this week's program. This past week, we learned of the rather sudden passing of two beloved people here at Townsquare Media. Former Fun 107 morning host J.R. Wrights and former general manager at WBSM and Fun, Gail LeBlanc. Both of these folks meant an awful lot to us here. I would like to thank listeners for the outpouring of caring messages and flowers and food coming in here, wishing us well. They certainly meant a great deal to us here. Thanks for joining us this week on Townsquare Sunday. I'm Jim Phillips. Have a great week and a wonderful Sunday.